Alright, what up everybody? It's your boy Big Zo for Hip Hop in the Streets, man. Today we're gonna do a little story time. Alright. But before we even get into the story time, I know that my videos have been knocked out of the algorithm and I understand why. So we're gonna try to get it back in there. But this story time, it's gonna be the beginning of Boston Chronicles, alright? Because now that I live in Miami, it's past the statute of limitations for most of the things I did back in Boston. And I can speak about them because it's years ago, this is past the statute of limitations. Can't do nothing to me about it. All right, so check it out, right? This story is going to be about how me and one of my cousins, cousin-in-law, because he was my cousin through marriage, but how me and one of my cousins ended up having serious beef over money, pretty much drug money, whatever. All right. Now, I've told an altered version of this story many times over to different people, but because y'all are my subscribers and y'all are my YouTube family, I'm going to tell y'all the exact truth of what really happened. The story I was telling to other people was just me trying to justify being grimy and doing something that I knew I should have never did, but I did it. I didn't want to admit that it was messed up, so I made up a story about why I did it, but that's not really why I did it. I really did it out of greed, which is pretty much what most people do, messed up things to family members, friends, or anyway. Money is the root of all evil. So check it out. Let's get into the story, right? So this is 2006, right? It's 2006, and there's like, you know how, check it. You know how there'd be like groups of friends and like everybody's from the same neighborhood, but then it'd be groups of friends from that neighborhood that chill with each other. All right, so at this time there was 5 of us that were chilling together on a regular basis or whatever, and it wasn't really like, because first of all, not everybody was from the same gang. All right, me and 2 of my homies. One's my cousin, one's a homie, but still they from the set. 3 of us is paid back, 1 of us is a 60, and the other one's a blood, but we're all related. So that's the catch on it. Either related by blood or related through marriage, something, right? So us 5 homies, we decide we gotta get money. You know what I'm saying? High school's over at this point. High school just ended. You know what I'm saying? We're not really trying to do no 9-to-5 type job because, you know, that's for squares or lames or whatever you want to call it. That's how we seen it at that young age. Not now. This is not the mind state of now, but this is a mind state way long ago, 2006. It's 2022 now, guys. So y'all do the math on that, right? So boom, high school just ended. I just graduated or whatever, and we need money. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're not going to do what we see other people doing, standing on the corner right in front of the liquor store trying to serve plays or whatever, because it never works out well. The D-boys pull up, they make you run, you got to throw your stash. Sometimes you completely lose it, and then boom, you're back at square one again. So we decided we're going to go downtown to hustle. Now, anybody who knows anything about Boston or downtown Boston, it's called the combat zone. You know what I'm saying? And it's called the combat zone in only a certain area because like the whole downtown it's nice, it's financial district, whatever. But the Boston Commons itself, that's the combat zone, and like right around 7-Eleven and all that. Anybody who knows Boston, if y'all are from Boston, y'all are probably visualizing this. The Boston Commons is across the street from the movie theater. 7-Eleven, Dunkin' Donuts is like on the same side as the Boston Commons, but like kind of across the street from that. It's kind of hard to explain if you're not from Boston, but next time I go back to Boston, I'll include some footage so y'all can understand exactly what I'm saying. But boom, we decided to go to the combat zone, and the reason that it's called the combat zone is because the amount of junkies, fiends, drug addicts, whatever you want to call them, that are down there. You know what I'm saying? In that particular area. And it's the combat zone because it's like a war, you know, the war on drugs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We're drug dealers, the cops are trying to catch us drug dealers. It's the combat zone, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go out there, make your plays real quick, get up out of sight before the D-boys come back around. When you see them come around and search everyone down and arrest who they're gonna arrest or whatever, you know they're not coming right back for a little while. You pop back out, make some more plays. And that's how we was doing it. And everything was cool. Everything was cool for, like, you know, a couple months or whatever. But then I don't know what it was. Something got into my head, because I was just like, yo, I want more money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. I want my money and everyone else's money. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, some of the homies were actual homies from the blue side of things. You know what I'm saying? There was only one person who wasn't from the blue side of things. He was an actual blood. You know what I'm saying? And he's my cousin-in-law. That's the only reason he was around. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We used to tell him, like, yo, come on, you can come out with us. And he'll tuck his flag because he's in our neighborhood. And we're like, nah, take it out. You with us. You good. You know what I'm saying? You straight. Don't even worry about that. But someone had to get shysted. All right? And it wasn't going to be none of the homies. It wasn't going to be nobody from my set, because I'm not getting violated over something like that. There's only one other person it could be. All right, boom. So we get into a little, me and the cousin who is the blood, we get into a little argument. It was pretty much over a girl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much over a girl. And anybody who knows anything about street shit or anything in the hood, it's most beefs or anything significant that happens, it usually happens over a female at some point. Like, some of the deadliest beefs in history are over females. Even wars from different countries and different time periods. But yeah, we got into a little argument over a girl, so we all stopped hustling together. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, he's gonna go about his way and the homies are gonna stay with me or whatever. So he went about his way. But one of the homies was disloyal or whatever. One of the homies decided to keep trapping with him or whatever. That's a whole nother story about what happened with that homie, because he ended up flipping from Crip to blood, and he ended up jumping my cousin Gunner when Gunner came in the joint, because he didn't want Gunner to expose the fact that he used to be a Crip. Whatever. So boom, they keep hustling together or whatever. They're going downtown, they're still making their money or whatever. So I know his particular routine or whatever. I know that he don't take, whenever he makes, he, you know what I'm saying, puts it in a stash. He stashed it in some boxing gloves. He had some boxing gloves inside his room, and he used to stash his money in the boxing gloves. So old boy, he go and he's downtown in the combat zone with the disloyal homie, and they're down there trapping. It's like 1:30, 2 in the morning or whatever. So I decide I'm gonna slide over to his house. I'm breaking it, I'm gonna get that bag. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't care. Y'all go ahead, go in the comments, call me grimy, call me messed up, whatever. So I end up going ahead and I go over to his crib. I go to the side where his room window is at. I climb up there, I get in the window. You know what I'm saying? Now the whole time, his neighbors across the street are watching. I never even knew this, but his neighbors across the street are watching. They're on their porch on the second floor or whatever. So I go in, I get the money, boom, boom. And I don't come back out the window. I just go out the front door, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew no one was there. I just locked the handle and went out the front door. So boom, I go home, I got the money or whatever. The next morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning, like I guess whenever they got back around the neighborhood, someone told him. Someone went and told this dude what happened. Now, I'm not gonna take his credit, because cousin-in-law was not a sucker. You know what I'm saying? He came straight to my house. He knocked on my room window, told me to come to the front door. But I'm thinking, I don't know. I was just being naive. I knew what time it was. I knew that somehow he knew or whatever, but I still just went to the door. So I went to the door. When I go to the door, I open the door. He grabs me and puts the gun to my head or whatever. He's like, yo, where's my money? I'm like, nigga, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't take no money, da-da-da-da. I'm playing it real cool, whatever. So boom, we arguing back and forth. I know he's not gonna shoot me right there. Boom. So he's like, yo, just come up to my street, and if they say it was you, it's gonna be some, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I walks up there, Now, at the same time that I'm walking up there, my baby mother done went and told my mom what's happening. So my mom starts coming up there too or whatever. So boom, I get onto his street, and I walk halfway down, and he's like, yo, is this him? And the chick who seen me, she's like, yeah, that's him. Now, I already know he got the strap on him, but I'm still a good distance away. So when she says, yeah, it's him, he instantly ups and starts blowing at me. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to blow me down. I start running. My mom was right there on the street too. Mom Duke starts running. But she ran across the street because she realized like he's related to us through marriage. So obviously the person that my mom's married to is his relative. So he don't want to blow at mom. So so mom runs across the street. I'm running, trying to get away. He's blowing. I'm realizing either he can't shoot or he's not trying to hit me. So I start laughing. I turn around, I'm like, ah, and you know what I'm saying? So I get away. This turns into some real life, big time beef after this. And there's a lot of stories that go into that. But I was wrong, y'all. I was wrong in that situation. I should have never even robbed cuz. I should have never. That's not even a robbery. That's thievery. That's B&E. It's burglary. Yeah. I should have never did that to cuz. But I did. And a lot of beef came behind it. Shit, there's gonna be a lot of stories I'm gonna tell y'all about that throughout these beefs and everything that happened. And y'all are gonna get all those stories. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first of the Boston Chronicles stories. And I'm gonna keep going on with that. It's just gonna be a bunch of story time, because you know what? I'm really tired of reporting of our hip hop legends getting killed left and right. I don't even want to talk about that no more. I'll just talk about stuff that I've been through. And stuff that I had to go and endure. And even the things I did in a little music game. I'll let y'all know, man. But rock with me, man. It's your boy Big Zo for Hip Hop in the Streets. This has been a story time. Boston Chronicles, part 1. Y'all stay tuned. Get in tune. Oh, yeah, y'all. My ice. Check out my new ice, y'all. Y'all vibing with it, huh? Y'all like the rose? Y'all like the rose? Y'all like the pink ice? I don't know. It's up to y'all. But it's your boy for Hip Hop in the Streets, man. I'm out. Y'all stay blessed.